Hello all, welcome back to another lecture of In the World of Risk. So we will continue with our AML series, and today we are going to see CFT or terror financing and how basically organizations combat CFT. So let's dive deep into it. This will be a very small lecture because we are just going for an overview. And if you want me to cover it in details, then do let me know. So basically, what is terror financing or terrorist financing? So terror financing basically refers to the process through which organizations like terrorist organizations or terrorists, individuals or organization acquire, move, and use funds and other assets to sustain their activities. So this phase can include like planning, then execution of terrorist attack, recruiting new terrorists, purchasing of weapons, supplies, and maintaining the day-to-day activities of their terrorist organization. So basically, this is kind of where funds are used for bad activities or terror activities. So that is terror financing, financing of terrorist activities. Now, let us check into four stages of terror financing. So as we have already seen our previous lectures, AML or the money laundering process has kind of three stages. So similarly, terror financing can also be like segregated into four stages. So what are these basically? So let's see them. The first stage you can say is a fund generation. So what does fund generation means? Basically, generating the funds. So like as you can see, the first point is the sources. So where these funds can originate from various sources like say from donations, then criminal activities like drug trafficking, etc. Then sponsorship from states, then say legitimate business are used from there. This money is used, or like from charitable organization, then crowdsourcing, crowdfunding. So these kind of things are used to generate this fund. Then like also you can see that. The cryptocurrencies are also used and online crowdfunding platforms that I already talked. So these help in maintaining the anonymity, and then you can be more anonymous. So this is the first stage basically where funds are generated. Now the next stage is where money is transferred. Well, now if you have the funds, now you need to transfer the money. So basically, uh, money is moved. So once the funds are generated, they are transferred through a complex network to obscure their origin and destination. So this is kind of similar to the money laundering stage of the layering, where this origin of the funds are hidden basically. So they try to hide the funds, but the difference in terror financing and ML is that sometimes the funds, origin of the funds are known to us in terror financing. So, you can see like in money transfer, there are certain things that are used. Then there is this informal money transfer system, which is known as the Hawala. So, what Hawala is basically, it's a money transfer system with where the actual transfer of money does not take place. So, say for example, there is a party A and there is a party B, and party A wants to transfer money to party B. So in Hawala system, the actual money that party A has is not transferred to party B. So what happens here is they will reach out to this Hawala agents, and through them, party A will pay Hawala agent A say the said amount, and Hawala agent B in a different country will pay the party B. But actual money transfer does not happen between party A and B. These Hawala agents go ahead and settle their whatever transactions is periodically. So this is what a Hawala system is. So then we have legitimate financial institution transfers like bank transfers and all, wire transfers or digital currency. So here we know that from where the transfer is happening. So the first stage is fund generation, then the money transfer. Then we have money management. So now you have transferred the money, you have the money. So in basically terror financing, we can see that the money is stored or invested basically. So you do not need the money. Say the organization do not need the money on day one itself. So what they will do is they will manage their finances by storing their funds in the safe havens. So safe havens, those places where there is like less transparency. So those places with lower say thresholds to AML regulations. So these are safe havens. Or they will store cash somewhere, then they will go for offshore bank accounts, or these organizations will go ahead and invest in legitimate activities so their money grows, and whenever they need, they can pull in the money. So then this also includes the money laundering phase where they will try to hide the money, trail of the money. Then once this is done, the money is managed, and then where they have invested, they will need. Then the ultimate stage is the use of money. So basically, they use their money for operational activities like say planning on executing terrorist attacks, purchasing weapons, supplies, paying operatives, recruiting new members, maintaining infrastructure, and funding their propaganda. So these are the uses of the money, and these have a very bad economic impact because these terrorist organizations get the money, yeah, and then they use for bad activities, which hampers the economy. So basically, you saw that there are four stages. We have fund generation, then money transfer, money management, and money use. So if any interviewer asks you about AML and CFT, you can definitely go ahead and tell the difference between AML CFT more in depth. So there is a general difference that in ML or CFT, like in ML, the source of money is unknown, but in the terror financing, the source of the money is known. It is used for bad activities. Also, you can talk about this stages. So we got 2 points. So now let's see how financial organization or financial institutions in how they combat this terror financing. So so basically this is done through say customer due diligence. So proper due diligence of the customer or organization before opening the account is done. Who are they, who are not they, from where the source is coming. So this kind of due diligence is done by the organizations. The second thing that organizations do is monitor the transactions, like where the transactions are going, from which point it is coming. Is it going to some location which is known for terrorism, and every time is it the same pattern? So what is the amount that is going? Is there any unusual amounts that has been withdrawn? Say, for example, $10,000 were put into a bank account, deposited, and then immediately $10,000 were withdrawn. So these kind of red flags in transactions are monitored. Then we do have watch list screening, where analysts or the people who are working in these organizations continuously screen against their internal database as well as external database, like say OFAC, then you have FATF list, then you have PEP list. All these they will kind of go ahead and screen. Then we have transaction filtering. So once the transactions are monitored and you got to see in transaction filtering, basically pattern is recognized that these kind of transactions are going on in this part. So they will filter the transactions based on the suspicion or the risk. So this is what is done in the transaction filtering. Then the biggest asset that we have in ways in which the financial organizations fight this is through training and awareness. So proper training to their employees and awareness about what is going on in the world. So this really helps in fighting this terror financing. So this is a very small video for today. We do not have much to cover here, but if you want me to go in depth and give you more examples of this, then definitely we are going to go. So that's it for today, folks. We have successfully crossed 800 subscribers. That's a huge landmark for me. And thank you for all your support. Keep subscribing. And in our next lecture, we are going to see one important thing, that is AML regulations across the world. So we'll be covering North America, Europe, then Asia, then those we'll see what regulations of AML are followed across the world. So this will really help you in your interviews because they ask these kind of questions. Do you know the regulations that is followed in UK? Do you know the regulations that is followed in Asia? So you can talk about it. So that's it for today. And thank you once again for your time. And please do watch till the end. Have a great day. Bye bye.